Last night on MasterChef Australia, Michael had the power to decide who cooked what, taking Billy out of his comfort zone and into elimination.
So much flavour.
But others produced some incredible dishes.
Stuck by Ellie.
And Ellie came up with the best for her first ever win. Tonight,
I can't believe that we're in Central Park.
Ellie cooks for immunity, and she's up against an Italian legend.
You're going to be in a den with a Tuscan lion.
And only half a recipe.
Yeah, I'm going to have my work cut out for me.
With plenty of experience
Ciao, Ellie.
and distractions in her way,
Come stai?
can Ellie beat a legend at his own game?
If I won immunity today, it would just be the icing on the little New York cheesecake. Yesterday I won the United Nations Challenge, which means that today I get to cook off in an immunity challenge. This is my first ever immunity challenge. I've been in so many pressure tests.
I think there's ice cream in there.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness, that's good. Happy?
I'm very happy.
You're the head chef. This is your kitchen. So stand up and do it yourself.
How good is that praline? It's just...
It's awesome.
Makes a dish for me. That's beautiful.
I like that duck.
Yeah. And that fresh, lubricated salad that on the palate is absolutely to die for. I'm salivating and I want more.
You've saved yourself for the 5th time.
Putting on my chef whites today is such a brilliant feeling. Challenges are getting harder and harder, and there are fewer people. So if I get an immunity pin today, it's going to really set me up for the rest of the competition. I'm very determined today. Having done well last night just gives me that little boost of confidence, and being in New York, I'm just going to have fun with it and just really value the opportunity that I have. Today's challenge has been set in Central Park. I can't believe it. It's such a beautiful day and there are people everywhere. Standing in the middle of Central Park with this beautiful fountain behind us, standing in front of the judges, about to face off for immunity is just so overwhelming. It's just amazing.
Good morning, Ellie, and welcome to your first ever immunity challenge. We're at Central Park, and it's close to the heart of every New Yorker. Can you believe it? Have a look around.
I can't believe that we're in Central Park. Sex and the City was filmed there.
Yeah, of course. For over 150 years, this glorious park has been the lungs for this entire city. A staggering 35 million people visit this park each year. And now you, Ellie, have your chance to make your mark right here. So, guys, what do you reckon of Ellie making her mark in Central Park?
Fantastic. Yay! I think we're really happy for Ellie. We've seen her being almost every pressure test. It's just so lovely that she has this opportunity to cook without any risk of going home. She can just enjoy every moment of it. Happy for her.
Ellie, you earned this opportunity by cooking the best canapé last night at the United Nations Challenge. I think Ellie's done a good job. It's a good flavour.
It's got some sweet and sour going on. A little bit of that cucumber on the top to give it some freshness.
The duck with the cherry, that was the best of them all. I highly recommend it. I hope it wins.
Cook another winning dish today and you get this, the MasterChef Crown Jewel.
Anyone getting a pin at this stage of the competition is massive, and being so close to that finals week, it's almost a guaranteed ticket.
Every immunity challenge has one essential ingredient, an outstanding food professional who joins us as a guest judge. Today, we have outdone ourselves. This chef owns restaurants across America. Her food is loved for its honesty, and she is loved by the whole country. She is the nonna de nonni, Lydia Bastianic.
I opened my first restaurant for Lydia in 1981. I was cooking regional Italian food, and no one was doing that in New York City. My style of food is very contemporary in feeling, but also conscious about nutrition. The best piece of advice that I can give to young chefs is take the time to understand the aromas and taste. Feel what that food has to tell you, and then take it in your heart and develop it.
So, Ellie, I can tell by your face that you're quite stoked. You know who Lydia is. You understand how important she is, yeah?
Yeah, I love watching your show. It's something that I watch all the time. I know that you cook amazing food, so...
Wow, thank you.
I feel honoured to be cooking for you.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to your flavors.
Lydia, explain why New York has such a love affair with Italian food. How important is Italian food to this city?
New York harbors 2 to 3 million Italians of the Italian origin. So it is almost like a big Italian city. But, you know, New York is this epicenter of all kind of good food, and certainly Italian always rates right at the top.
Now, Lydia, without giving it away, you know exactly who Ellie is up against. Do you have any advice, any kind of pearls of wisdom you can share with her?
Well, Ellie, you're going to be in a den with a Tuscan lion who has the scent of rosemary all over him. But at the heart, he's really a nice guy. And if you need help, just ask him.
Well, Ellie, it's time to find out who is this Tuscan lion you're up against. He has one of New York's most successful restaurants. He's the dean of the Italian Culinary Academy, and every year he takes deluxe excursions to Italy with his Italian cooking school. No man in this city knows more about Italian food than the Leone Toscano, Cesare Casella.
I'm a chef and owner at Strawberry Risotto in New York. I grew up in Italy, in Lucca, in the restaurant of my parents, and the kitchen that was my playground. My style of food is Italian. It's from the heart. It's from the land. I share Italian cuisine not only through my dishes, but with my product, my books, because I love to share what is about the Italian food. The best advice I can give, follow your heart, how to cook in the most simple way. Ellie, how are you?
And so it starts.
Don't let that fool you.
Cesare, give Ellie an insight into the sort of food that you cook.
My food is very simple. It's spontaneous, simple, basic ingredients, and from the heart.
Ellie, do you feel comfortable cooking Italian food?
I do feel very comfortable cooking Italian food. I only just recently went to Italy and I went to Lucca.
Oh!
Yeah, it was amazing.
It's a nice look, huh?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay.
Ellie cooking Italian food, it's one of the things she likes. She's just recently been to Italy. She loves the Italian food. I think she might love the Italian boys, maybe. So, yeah, she's going to have a good shot today.
Now, Cesare, I have a bit of a signature. You have the rosemary. Tell us about the rosemary.
I used to go into my herb garden, pick up the herbs. I thought that it was cool to have my herbs ready. Now it's like my difficult because every time I go in some place, I don't have the rosemary. I have somebody complain, where is your rosemary? Or they think that I'm broke, and I don't have more money to buy rosemary.
It's going to be really interesting to see how today's challenge plays out. Ellie with her distractibility and Cesare with his obvious, fun-loving kitchen spirit. I don't know if they're actually going to get a whole lot of cooking done.
So remember, this is a blind tasting. George, Matt and Lydia will have no idea who's cooked which dish. They each will score your dishes out of 10 points. That means there's 30 points up for grabs. The person with the highest number of points at the end of the day wins the challenge. So let's get this thing on the road. Judges, we'll see you later.
Good luck.
Good luck, Ellie.
Right, it's time for the dish to take centre stage. Let's find out what you're cooking.
I know that Cesare's relaxed, but he has a right to be because we're cooking his dish today. I have no idea what it is, so it's not going to be something simple for me.
Now, Ellie, what you have to know is this dish has its origins in the 15th century and is one of Cesare's own dishes. Cesare, I think she's getting nervous. Let's find out what this beautiful dish is.
You sure?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm about to compete in my first ever immunity challenge in the middle of Central Park.
Let's find out what this beautiful dish is.
You sure?
Oh, I don't know.
It's a pasta.
Oh, wow.
So in that beautiful Italian accent of yours, tell Ellie exactly what this dish is.
This dish is a pasta del Bengodi alla matriciana.
It sounds so much better in Italian, doesn't it?
It does.
I love it. But what it is Bengodi pasta, which is a hand-rolled pasta with a meat sauce.
I grew up with making pasta. My sisters and I have always made it a lot when we were little kids. So that's something that I'm quite comfortable with.
Ellie, you gonna taste?
Yeah.
Come on, tuck in.
It's just a pasta and a meat dish. How hard can it be? There's just got to be a trap here somewhere. It just looks too easy.
Wow, it's really soft.
Tasting the dish, it just reminds me of a beautifully cooked, homely meal. I'm starting to pick out some of the meats. I know there's prosciutto, there's a few different cured meats in there, and there's also hams and a few salamis. I'm tasting a lot.
It tastes very complicated, even though it looks quite simple. Yeah, I'm gonna have my work cut out for me.
Ellie, so there's a few things that you've got to really pay attention to. So consistency of that pasta, because you're making it by hand.
Yeah.
Number two, obviously how thick you slice the meats. The softer the meat, the bigger the slice, the harder the meat, the thinner the slice. And number three, how you shape that beautiful pasta. We're going to keep this setup simple. First of all, there's going to be no head start. That means that both of you get the same time to cook the same dish. The only recipe that you have is for the pasta. Everything else has to come from here and here.
Okay. I've got no recipe for the sauce, so I really need to use my palate and just kind of go with what I'm tasting.
Everything that you need to make this beautiful dish is in the pantry. You've got 60 minutes to reproduce that dish. This is a dish that's very close to Cesare's heart. I'm sure you can feel that, but remember what's at stake. That immunity pin, and of course you want that close to your heart.
If I want immunity today, it would just be the icing on the little New York cheesecake.
Okay, guys, you got 60 minutes to reproduce that beautiful dish. Can't wait. Time starts now.
I'm cooking Italian food against an Italian who's grown up in a restaurant. I don't really have a chance, but hey, I'm cooking in Central Park.
Ciao Ellie, come stai? cook outside your own kitchen, it's much more difficult. But at the same time, if you enjoy what you're doing, they start to be not so difficult.
Get started on my pasta. I get a bowl, put the semolina into it, make a well in the centre and incorporate the eggs. It's really important that I get the pasta right today. Obviously, Cesare's been cooking pasta all his life. I need to be really precise. It needs to be right.
I am here. I worry. Ellie is already finished the dough. I know yet to start.
Really?
Yes.
The difference with semolina flour is that it's a lot grainier and it's harder to work with. You need it to be a little bit wetter than normal pasta, but at the same time, you can't have it too wet.
What does your pasta look like?
Like yours.
Is that too dry?
You need to continue.
More
I put a
wine
little bit
or oil?
more wine. How many eggs you put?
2?
2. Little bit more wine.
A little bit? Okay.
But not too much.
I'm working together the pasta with my hands and it's feeling really dry. It just doesn't seem to be coming together like a dough.
What should I add, more oil or wine?
A little bit maybe oil. You put the oil?
Yeah, I put oil. I'll add more oil.
Cesare is a really helpful man. He tells me to use more wine and oil, and then he brings me cured meats.
Oh, thank you.
I'm like, you know this is a competition. You are trying to beat me.
I try to comfortable hair to make it more relaxed hair because, like I explained, my style of cooking is so simple, and she need to relax. If she relax, maybe she can win.
Yeah, I just need to knead it.
Right, okay.
I think it's soft enough now, but I just need to, yeah, knead
I think
it.
it's good. You know what you need to do? You need to
What?
crack on.
Yeah, I know.
Keep throwing your eye over.
Yeah.
And stay up.
Okay.
I'm really struggling with this pasta, even with the recipe, and I'm gonna have to fly completely blind when it comes to the sauce.
Whoa, things are heating up in this kitchen. I'm sweating out here. You've got less than 45 minutes to go.
The first thing I do with my sauce is I chop up red onion. The size of the onion that I saw in the pasta was is thin, long slices, so that's the way I decided to do it.
The meats that I'm going to use is the ham, the speck, salami, prosciutto, yeah, just everything really. I want like lots of flavour, so I'm just trying to get an even amount of flavour in there with lots of prosciutto, because I love prosciutto.
You have no pocket?
Hey?
You don't have a pocket for the
I
rosemary?
don't have a pocket. Yeah, I'll stick it. Yeah, I'll stick it in my pocket.
Cesare's just so lovely. He's clearly just an Italian. He's just so hospitable, and he wants the best out of people.
You need to enjoy what you're doing. So I needed to cook, I need to drink, I need to eat, all this together, making me happy. Gary.
Oh, what's this?
Sandrick is a spritzer.
Oh, I like this.
Hey?
Ellie?
Ellie?
Cesare comes over with a drink in the middle of cooking, and I can't drink this now. We're in a challenge.
Salute.
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 I've never done an immunity challenge like this. And you know what? If you drink too much, you might lose.
Yeah. I don't want to
So
lose.
drink less.
Stop distracting me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I think Cesare's definitely trying to distract me with his cocktails, but I'm not going to get distracted because I'm not going to drink it until after. I'm worried that I'm not going to have enough time to cook everything and then plate up for the judges. I didn't know that a simple-looking pasta dish could be so involved. This isn't a picnic.
Nice day in Central Park, never cook in Central Park.
Guys, you've got 30 minutes to go. What a beautiful day. What kind of competition is this? Salute.
Salute.
The next thing I do is add in the chunky meats. I need to season this. I'm really worried about my sauce because Cesare obviously knows it and I am just guessing.
Only the stem.
Hey?
If you put the parsley, only the stem in the end. Cut very fine.
The what one? Cesare's being really helpful, but I can't really understand him.
The stem here.
Oh, the
Cut
stem.
these. They can be crunchy to give it a flavor.
Okay. I've got so much to do and I didn't realise it was going to take this long. The next thing I do is add in tomatoes. The combination of flavours in this sauce is just spectacular and it's just all so fresh and yummy. I've made plenty of pasta dishes before, but this is the first time I've ever had to try and make pasta with semolina flour. It's definitely a lot harder than it looks.
Ellie, how's it going?
It's going all right. Cesare comes over, he tells me how to shape the pasta.
Work more, and then you cut in this way.
Oh.
Is that ready? Test if it's enough of the salt.
The judges always look for consistency in a dish, so once I get the hang of it, I'm just making sure that every pasta I make is exactly the same.
So how are you feeling? How's it going?
It's going all right. I'm just trying to get my pasta right.
Yeah. And what's difficult about it?
Well, I'm just the shape's not looking very good at the moment.
And how's the sauce?
I'm quite happy with the sauce.
Yeah.
I've got all my meat in there and I caramelised it well.
Yeah.
And now I'm just letting the tomato and juice.
Remember, the meats have salt, the cheese has salt.
Yeah.
So have you taken that into consideration?
Yeah, I have. So I haven't added any salt at the moment. I'm just tasting it to see what the meat...
Can I have a taste?
Yeah,
Have you got a spoon?
Yep.
Okay, it's good. Did you taste?
No, I haven't tasted his.
Hey.
He's adding salt.
He keeps coming over here, so I'd be going over there. It tastes good. I mean, you know, how can it not with all that meat in there? Wow.
This is very... Can I taste yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Taste.
Come on, taste.
That's pretty good. Did you put wine in yours?
No, the one I put here.
Cesare's watered his sauce down a lot, and I don't know whether there's going to be enough time for it to reduce. Pretty sure that mine looks more like the one that I tasted earlier. I'm starting to get this sneaky suspicion that Cesare has some sort of game plan. I don't know if I'm missing something.
So how's she going? Tell me how's she going?
Good. She?
Yeah, pasta.
She's good.
Yeah.
She come in New York, I give a job right away.
Yeah. Ellie, did you get your pasta in before Cesare or about the same time?
I think 2 minutes before.
Oh.
I'm getting a little bit worried at this stage because I'm not sure whether I'm going to have enough time to cook the pasta properly. I've made plenty of pasta dishes before, but none with semolina. I just had no idea it was going to take this long to cook. Serving up uncooked pasta on MasterChef is just unacceptable. I think my pasta's ready.
I don't think so.
I wonder if that pasta's going to be cooked in time. You got 5 minutes to go.
It's not ready yet. When I go over and look at Cesare's pasta, his is really thick. It's a lot thicker than mine.
Down to the wire, both of you. 2 minutes to go.
I decided to get my pasta out with 2 minutes to go. I want to coat it all through the sauce, and if I cook it more in the sauce, it's going to cook to perfection.
I'm very happy with my dish. I think it's a great, and the sauce is a perfect.
In the last minute when I'm plating this up, I'm thinking that I'm actually really happy with it.
You got 10 seconds to go. Final little touches.
Want some cheese? Want some Parmigiano?
Oh, yes, please.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Brilliant stuff.
I can't believe that I just got to cook in Central Park with an amazing chef.
Ellie,
Well done.
it was so fantastic to compete with you.
Oh, thank you. How did you go? Oh, that looks pretty. Cesare is obviously an Italian expert, and Cesare's pasta looks really good to me, but I think mine also looks pretty good. It suddenly occurs to me that I actually could get a pin.
Coming up,
It smells good.
it's tasting time in Central Park.
It's fruitful and it's generous and it's really tasty.
Absolutely.
But has Ellie done enough to win the all-important immunity pin?
We're going to have a draw in our hand? Who knows?
Oh, my goodness.
I can't believe I've just cooked in my first immunity challenge in Central Park. I don't think anyone can say that they've done that before, and I've done the best that I can, and I don't know whether it's good enough for the judges.
Well, George, what an experience. I think this has to probably be the best table in the whole of New York. Look at the view. We're looking out over the lake. We've got the famous fountain behind us. But even better than that, we've got Lydia sitting with us. So thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you for
us.
inviting me, and welcome to New York City.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for putting the weather on.
Yeah,
I
it's all
worked
good.
at it, you know? I worked hard at that.
And you know, what better setting for Ellie to fight for immunity? This is probably one of the last few chances any of our contestants will have to win that elusive immunity pin. I have a suspicion, watching how Cesare and Ellie were getting on, that there'll be a certain amount of eyelid fluttering on both sides. And I suspect that Cesare will be helping Ellie a lot. So he's a great cook.
Damn good chef, but he has a great heart.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think a pretty girl next to his side, he might have given some good advice.
Do Italian men get weak at the knees?
Oh, do they?
Well, look, you know what? I can't wait. Shall we get this tasting going?
Let's get the first plate in, George. Let's get in plate number 1.
This is going to be a blind tasting, and my dish is plate number 2, which means that Cesare will be going first.
Okay.
Wow. Lydia, looking at that dish, what do you think that is?
It's pasta orecchiette. Can I just, you know, no, they look kind of thin because orecchiette are not all that thick, you know. But for me, it has a bit too much sauce. You know, the Italians sort of condimento, condire, just dress the pasta. But, you know, otherwise it looks inviting.
Look, Lydia, normally George serves us, but Lydia, this time?
It's my pleasure.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure. Okay. Sorry, do you want me to clean that?
No,
for you?
it's very modern, the smear.
Oh, it's the brush.
It's the brush stroke,
It's
you
the
really,
brush.
very cavalier.
Okay. Yes, I see little pieces of bacon, of all kinds of pancetta. You know, I kind of...
Smells great.
Yeah, smells good. And, you know, the smell tells you a lot.
So, shall we taste?
Okay. The sauce is quite good. Would you say that? I mean, it's a bit more complex than the traditional matriciana, but it's good.
You know, what I'm loving about this is that sauce is packed full of lots of yummy, tasty, fresh ingredients, and it's not been sitting there cooking for hours on the side. No. It's fruitful and it's generous and it's really tasty.
Absolutely. I think that the pasta, be it orecchiette or whatever, is a little too dense, maybe
a bit thick,
not cooked enough, not kneaded enough.
My real concern is with the orecchiette. I always think of orecchiette being like almost like little small delicate puppy's ears, and these are like the ears from a rugby union prop forward. You know, they're tough and they're thick and they're slightly cauliflower.
Yeah.
They're not. You know, that is for me that is still a bit raw in the middle. Well, plate 1 tasted. time to give it its score.
Haha. Do you know what I think I will do since I will, so the score is 10, right?
Out of 10.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use 5 for the sauce and 5 points for the pasta.
Why not?
Okay. Oh la la, it's not easy, you know?
We've tasted plate 1. Let's taste plate 2.
Okay, yes.
Now, Lydia, how do you feel about the look and the quantity of sauce on plate 2?
Just enough sauce. There's a looseness of sauce within the orecchiette, but not a puddle. Okay, are you ready? Get you one more, okay.
Grazie.
Giorgio, and a little bit for me. Okay. So?
That pasta is cooked just to the tooth. That a little bite, bit of resistance.
Exactly.
But it is a pasta about the semolina now rather than about the undercooked semolina.
And it's just a certain refinement with this dish, you know, and it looks like orecchiette.
I think that, you know, both sauces were really good.
Yeah.
This one and that one.
Interesting, the sauce on plate 2, everything seems to be cut a bit finer, a bit smaller. The onions are smaller. I quite like the chunkiness of plate 1. I quite like the chunkiness of the sauce on plate 1. And I've got to say, this to me, again, it's a bit more cooked out. There was a real brightness and vibrancy about the sauce on plate 1 that I really liked.
I like the same. I like the onions. I like the kind of the play on texture, and also the tomato was.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
And the question we need to ask ourselves, the sauce was a lot more fresher on plate 1.
It was.
But the pasta on plate 2 is absolutely delicious.
It is.
And the question we need to ask ourselves, the sauce was a lot more fresher on plate 1.
It was.
But the pasta on plate 2 is absolutely delicious.
It is.
And I love the fact, Lydia, that you've set this up perfectly. You know, what are we going to do? We're scoring 5 points for the pasta, 5 points for the sauce. Are we going to have a draw in our hands? Who knows?
Oh, my goodness.
There's only one way to find out.
Let's score the last dish. Wow, Ellie's first ever immunity challenge, and what a place to do it in. Let's go and reveal the results and see how they've both gone.
Ciao.
Ciao. Yeah.
Ellie's just competed in her first immunity challenge, and it's time for us to find out the results.
Ellie, this is the first time that you've really got to show off for the judges, for us. You know, you found yourself in elimination on more than a few occasions. Do you reckon you did that today?
I think I definitely did that today. I don't know if it's New York or something, but yeah, I feel different, and you know, it's shown in my cooking lately.
So far we've seen 3 Italian immunity challenges, and the 2 in the past have been winners. I've won 1, Danny's won 1, and it may be Ellie's day today.
So remember, it was a blind tasting, so the judges didn't know who cooked which dish. So judges, Cesare was plate number 1, and Ellie was plate number 2. George, how did you score Cesare's dish, plate number 1?
Cesare, I scored your dish a 7 out of 10. Cesare, I found your pasta a little bit heavy and tough. but your sauce was absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
And Lydia, how did you score plate number 1?
Cesare, I scored your plate 7 out of 10. I found the pasta undercooked and a little tough, but I thought the sauce was extraordinary. The flavor, the freshness of tomato was really delicious.
Thank you.
So let's find out what the final score is. Matt?
Cesare, I scored your dish 8 out of 10. For me, your dish was all about the sauce. That wonderful, vibrant tomato, those big chunks of juicy mortadella, and that lovely bite of the onion. It was a beautiful, beautiful sauce.
So, Cesare, that means that you scored 22 points out of a possible 30. Well done.
The judges scored Cesare's dish at 22 out of 30, and it's a pretty good score. I mean, no one usually gets higher than that, and I just don't know what it's going to come down to.
Well, Ellie, 22 points to beat. Let's find out what the judges scored your dish. Plate number 2. First up, Matt.
Ellie, I scored your dish 8 out of 10. Cesare may have the sauce, but Ellie, you had the pasta. You worked your orecchiette beautifully. It still had that wonderful nuttiness of the semolina. That was a hero for me of your dish.
Congratulations.
Matt Preston scored me an 8. He scored Cesare's dish an 8 as well. I actually could be in with a chance.
And Lydia, what did you score Ellie's dish?
Ellie, I scored your dish 8 out of 10. The sauce was the pieces were a little too small, maybe a bit overcooked, but the pasta was right on.
Ellie, how you feeling? Bit excited?
A bit excited, but yeah, nervous.
You need 6 or more to win immunity.
George.
Well, it's a tough one. What's more important, the pasta or that expensive sauce with all that beautiful ingredients in it?
I guess if you ask me what's more important, pasta or the sauce, I'd probably go with the pasta.
I scored your dish
Waiting for George's score, I don't know which way it's going to go. He's either going to go for Cesare's sauce or he's going to go for my pasta.
Ellie, you need 6 or more to win immunity.
What's more important, the pasta or that expensive sauce with all that beautiful ingredients in it? Matt liked the sauce. Lydia liked the pasta. What do I like? Ellie, I scored your dish an 8 out of 10.
Bravo. Congratulations.
Oh my God, I just won immunity. And now I have an immunity pin. It's ridiculous.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
And you can tell that she's so excited. She got this big smile on her face. She's looking around her. I think she's shocked, but I think deep down she knew that she did a really, really good job.
Thank you so much for all your help.
Thank you. You are very smart.
You taught me a lot today.
Your catch is not me, it's you. I'm very happy for her because she's very happy and I have a lot of fun today to be in this challenge.
Cesare, we thank you for your mentorship, that teaching. There's a little immunity pin that you can now put on her chef's jacket, which gives her the power of immunity in this competition. Cesare, will you do the honours?
With enormous pleasure.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God.
Ellie, who's been in every pressure test, almost, has won immunity? I'm actually secretly very happy for her. I know I shouldn't be because it's a competition, but I'm happy for her.
I really want to see Ellie in the finals. She's a great competitor and, you know, this could really guarantee her a spot in the finals week.
Cesare, anything you want to say to Ellie?
Ellie, you thought that the challenges are finished. You have one more challenge.
Really?
I invited you to my place in a way I can maybe show you a few more tricks about Italian food.
Oh.
Very nice. So, Cesare, did I hear that right? You're offering Ellie the opportunity to go to your restaurant and do a service, learn some tricks and tips?
Yes, you hear
Fantastic.
perfectly.
Well, Ellie, that sounds like an offer you can't refuse. You never know, you might pick up something you can use to beat this lot in the next challenge.
Yeah.
So, off you go. See you later.
See you guys.
Ellie's definitely one to watch, you know. She's young, she's vibrant, she's excited, and, you know, that's the passion you need to be able to cook well.
Well, the five of you have had a beautiful lazy day here in Central Park. Let me tell you, tomorrow that all changes. Tomorrow you are going to be as busy as Times Square. So get out of here and get some rest. Go on.
See ya.
What a difference a week makes. I'm really happy for Ellie. She's definitely turned her cooking around in New York and yeah, maybe she should stay here because it seems to be going so well for her.
Let's start with the rosemary.
Okay, rosemary. Oh, wow. This is so exciting to get to go to Cesare's restaurant because that means that I get a personal private masterclass with Cesare, learning some tricks that I can use in the competition.
We try to make a risotto with the ingredients we have because it's a beautiful strawberry.
Strawberries and risotto?
Yes, asparagus.
That's very Italian,
is at
isn't
the
it?
beginning.
Yeah. So far in MasterChef, risotto is always the death dish. Everyone's scared of it, no one gets it right, but I'm going to learn it today from Cesare and I'm going to get it right.
Happy parsley, stay happy.
Parsley.
I absolutely love the idea of eating happy produce because I think that the fresher the ingredients are, the better the dish is.
How many strawberries do we want?
How many you want? Think.
About
What do you
5
feel?
strawberries?
Fantastic. You see, they started to work. Your hands, your heart, your brain, they're working together to cook a great dish.
Cesare's whole food philosophy is just based on fresh ingredients. He says that the ingredients have to be happy because then they speak to you, the whole dish tastes better.
This touch, if it's hot, is ready.
Cesare is just, he's a complete nutter in the kitchen, but at the same time, it's just because he's so passionate about his ingredients and what he's cooking, and he's such a passionate cook. Getting to spend the afternoon with Cesare, picking at his brain, learning some new techniques, is really going to give me an edge up on the competition. And I think I'm probably peaking at just the right time. Watch out, Ellie's arrived.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
Oh my God, look at this.
A new challenge, a new location.
So many people.
One of the busiest places in the world.
It's just crazy.
Guys, hello?
Fantastic, we've got your attention.
We are planning the ultimate dinner party. And guess what? You're cooking.
Our contestants must discover hidden clues.
We found it! Taxi!
Find Michelin-starred restaurants.
Go, go! How exciting.
This one.
And cook signature dishes.
We're here to see David Chang.
Don't let us down.
I've never tasted anything like it in my life.
The ultimate dinner party.
Do not stuff it up.
For some of the world's toughest critics,
We have seen the guest list. Oh my God.
will see the losing team
We're under time pressure.
Are you?
Not a good start.
facing a New York elimination.
How did this happen?